We have a lot of Hall of Famers that are in attendance here with us. So if you are a member of the City Golf Hall of Fame, would you please stand? And I'm going to introduce stay standing, please. So I'm going to introduce our members. So if you are, please still stand. Richard, Bob, Mike, thank you. Brian Millhouse, George Finley, Connie Harden, Steve Hines, Ike Martin, George Fielding, Bob Hasty, Ray Shear, Ron Terrell, Gary Daly, Mike Vernon, Dick Neeson. Thank you guys. So we have two inductees this year, and it's my honor to be inducting Fred Walls as one of our two newest members to the Hall of Fame. So 2024 inductee Fred Albert Walls was born in Bloomington in 1919. Growing up in the Broadview neighborhood, which is near the old Broadview Elementary School, he and his brothers would walk to the Bloomington Country Club to caddy and participate in annual caddy tournaments. So we have a lot of records of obviously his day-to-day caddying, but participating in those caddy tournaments held at the country club. Using his caddy earnings, he would make the long trek to the north side and play at Cascades Golf Course, originally known as the City Municipal Golf Course, honing his skills and developing into a fine junior player. Mr. Walls won his first Bloomington City Golf Tournament junior title in 1934 and would defend his title consecutively twice, winning in 1935 and in 1936. He was the very first golfer to win consecutive titles in any division of the annual match play tournament. And originally, there was the men's division, which was known as the senior division, the women's division, and then the junior division. They did not have a senior division until many years later, or what we consider to be a senior division. During the 1936 tournament, Mr. Walls, along with another junior player named Clovis Duncan, appealed for entry in the senior men's division. And again, when I say senior division, I'm talking about the men's division. Okay? In 1935, the previous year, the junior winner and runner-up from 1934, follow me here, were allowed to play in the men's division in 1935. However, the Rules Committee in 1936 decided to not allow any players under 20 years of age to participate in the senior division that year. If you kind of read between the lines, and if you knew that Fred had also fired a 72, which was the medalist low score, you can kind of put two and two together, and it was probably that the men were afraid of playing someone of Fred's playing ability. In 1938, Fred's final junior appearance, he would finish runner-up to his brother, Don, in a match that went to 38 holes. During this era, Fred would routinely be spotted at Cascades playing rounds of golf with the likes of fellow City Golf Hall of Famers Phil Talbot, Jim Memphis Kerr, Bob Cook, Barney Vernon, and John East. After his junior success, Fred began a PGA apprenticeship. After nearly completing all of his requirements for the program, World War II broke out, and Mr. Walls enlisted in the U.S. Army, serving in a field artillery unit stationed in England. During his enlistment, he became active when he had his time off in ballroom dancing competitions. I learned this great fact from his son Mike. Through people he met during these competitions, Fred had an opportunity to play a round of golf. He was asked by one of the people at the competition, "What's one thing you want to do?" He said, "I want to play a round of golf." So he and a fellow GI teamed up against an English amateur champion and his partner and played on a golf course that was referred to as a cow pasture. Mr. Walls and his partner would go on to win that exhibition match on that golf course. Upon his conclusion from active duty, Mr. Walls returned to Bloomington and began a lengthy career in the construction trade with his company, Fred A. Walls and Sons. He would play recreationally at Cascades into his later years and successfully shot a 69 at the age of 70, noting the importance of shooting your age. Mr. Walls would pass away in 1999 at the age of 80. The Walls family in its entirety has had a long-standing history of success in the Bloomington City Golf Tournament. In addition to Fred's 3 titles in the junior division, his brother Don would win the 1938 junior title and be runner-up in 1940. His older brother, Harless, would be runner-up in the men's division in 1933. His great-nephew, Chris Walls, would win the junior title in 1991. And as we know, many Walls family members have played in the tournament for the entire existence of the tournament overall. We are grateful to be joined here by so many members of the Walls family, and on behalf of the committee, we welcome Mr. Fred Walls into the Bloomington City Golf Tournament Hall of Fame. We'll turn any angle we need to. Thank you. Go this way, this way. There we go.
Good, thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah, video and we're good.
Thank you so much.